Ever wake up in the middle of the night and feel like you're navigating an obstacle course just to get a glass of water? It's a classic problem, and usually the solution is either a blinding overhead light or stubbing a toe on the furniture. These little plug-in units from LOHAS are trying to bridge that gap, and honestly, they do a surprisingly decent job of it. They're tiny, about the size of a standard wall outlet, which is a huge win because they don't hog the entire socket. You can still plug in a vacuum or a phone charger right next to them without any of that annoying wrestling for space. The design is pretty straightforward. It's a glossy, white plastic build that feels sturdy enough for what it is. You just pop it into the wall, and that's it. There's no switch to fumble with, no app to sync, and no batteries to hunt for when they inevitably die. It relies on a built-in sensor that keeps an eye on the ambient light. When the sun goes down or the room gets dim, it kicks on automatically. It's one of those set-it-and-forget-it things that you really don't have to think about once it's in place. Now the light itself is a soft 3000K warm white. It's not that harsh, clinical blue light that wakes you up completely. It's more of a gentle glow. At 40 lumens, it's bright enough to show you where the door frame is or keep you from tripping over the dog, but it's not going to light up the whole house like a stadium. It's a subtle, functional brightness. One thing that's actually kind of clever is how the sensor reacts to the environment. The darker the room gets, the more the light seems to adjust its output. It's not a massive change, but it's a nice touch that keeps the light from feeling overwhelming in a pitch-black bedroom. Of course, it isn't perfect. Because it's a fixed, non-dimmable unit, you're stuck with that specific brightness level. If you're someone who prefers a very faint, barely there glow, this might feel just a hair too bright for a nursery or right next to a pillow. Also, since it's a plug-in, you're limited to wherever your outlets are located. If your hallway doesn't have a low-level socket, you're stuck with it sitting higher up on the wall, which changes how the light hits the floor. But for the price and the sheer convenience of not having to deal with batteries or complicated setups, it's hard to complain. It's a simple, reliable way to add a bit of safety to those dark corners of the home without making a big production out of it. If you just want something that works the second you plug it in, this is definitely worth a look.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.